Hey guys, today I am filming my hit or quit it thoughts on hauls for November. So I'm going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on those products. I will be reviewing two different haul videos, the items from my Sephora Fall VIB sale haul and my regular November haul. So those will be linked down below, as well as my playlist for this series. And I dyed my hair over the weekend, so this is like a red, brown, brown, red, however you see it, and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really pretty. Let me know what you think. But let's dive into the Sephora purchases. So first, I had gotten the Ellis Brooklyn Apple Love perfume, just the little rollerball size, and I purchased this online, and then I went in store and smelled the perfume, and I ended up returning it brand new. And I actually have a little sample of it now that no, I mean, I love the apple to it, but we'll have to put on the screen what the other scents are. It says red apple, mandarin, sphuma, peach skin, plum blossom, osmanthus, muguet, sugarcane, sandalwood, vanilla Madagascar, ambrox, and musks. I don't know perfume well enough to know what else is playing into it. Maybe the musk, but there's something about it that smells like alcohol to me, and that is like overpowering the apple notes, which is a bummer because I feel like I should like it, but I just don't. So yeah, I'm gonna be passing on this sample, but I'm glad that I had it so I was able to smell it again. But I am very, very picky about fragrances, and I can't even tell you a specific type of scent that I like. I just have specific perfumes that I absolutely love, and I really enjoy trying new perfume samples, but there probably is a chance that I'm going to like 1 in 20 perfumes. So I am not the perfume girly that everybody else gets, since I'm just so freaking picky. But I would love to hear your thoughts on what your favorite fragrances are. The ones that I do really love, my top two: Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I know it's been around for forever, but I love it. And one that is newer to me that I fell in love with last year is Viktor & Rolf Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. I don't like the original. I don't like the new Tiger Lily one. Ruby Orchid is incredible. So I'd love to hear your fragrance recommendations, but that one's a no from me. From Sephora collection, I purchased the matte white eyeshadow in Let It Snow. I bought this to use to set my eye primer because I had finally used up the different white powders I had been using for a couple years. I had started out using a matte white eyeshadow from the Balm. I had 2 pans of that, and those pans are so big in the Meet Matte palettes. And then I had a matte white face powder blush from Illamasqua that I used. So those took me years to get through. And I actually used up the one from last year and just repurchased this. I like it because this is more of a sheer white, which is good. I used to use something more opaque, but I love that it is sheer because it is still brightening without being too stark. And I love that because I can kind of be a little stark with my makeup sometimes. So this is really great. I definitely recommend this. I don't know if the other mattes in this line are more sheer. I hope not. I hope that's just the white, but this is very good if you're looking for more of a sheer white. If you're looking for something more opaque, you might want something else, maybe like the Sugar Pill one, but I really do enjoy that so much that I used it up and repurchased. Most of the other products were lips, except I had a couple cheek things. So I picked up the Rare Beauty Liquid Cheek Set that came with 2 highlighters, one more pink, one more golden. I used them both up this year, which was exciting and fun. I actually do think that's a really nice highlighter formula. I think it blends out pretty easily compared to other liquid highlights that I've tried that just like dry down and don't want to blend. But I did pan mine using it underneath of my foundation, so of course it's gonna work out a little bit better that way. So even though there are a lot of beautiful shades, I don't think I would buy them. I wear too much face powder. That liquid highlight is not going to do enough for me. But also in that set were 2 mini blushes. We have Virtue and Wisdom, so a beautiful peach and more rosy shade. I do think that these are really nice, very pigmented. They are something that requires, you know, being careful. I know people put the dot on their face. For me, I find what's best is putting it on my hand and kind of like smearing it around so it's an even layer, picking up with a sponge and pouncing it on my face. I feel like it ends up being a lot more easy to work with that way. I love that they now sell a lot of their blushes in mini sizes because you still have so much product, 0.11 ounces or 3.2 mils, which is going to last you forever. I am really disappointed that this year's set has 3 minis for the same price as last year's kit. This kit that had 4 minis, and also Virtue is a repeat. But anyway, I think that these are really good and Rare Beauty does a good job with their sets. I had also purchased the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Rose Crush, which is a beautiful warm rosy shade. And everybody was raving about this last year because Sabrina Carpenter used this, and it is really pretty. I do think that this is a nice blush formula. Not my most favorite. I do think this shade in particular is very pigmented. It's a buildable formula. It leaves a dewy finish. And I've really been into trying several formulas of cream blush. And even though I'm oily, I don't feel like I'm someone where cheek products fade super quickly on me. If you are, your face might eat this up. So I think this is very pretty. I don't have a color quite like this one, but I also haven't gotten much use out of it. But hopefully this winter, I do think it's good, not amazing. Then I got lippies. So I got 2 balms, the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Mint and the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Peppermint. I think these are both wonderful. This does have a sweeter scent to the mint, and I love both these. I think that they are very nice and hydrating, glossy. I don't find a huge difference between these. So this one, I had to look all over the place. Right here is how much product it comes with. 15 grams or 0.5 ounces, and this is 10 grams. So this one has 1.5 times of this one. So something to keep in mind. I think they're both great. Happy to have them both. I'm trying not to be lip balm obsessed, but you will see with this year's haul that I got too many. I did get another Rare Beauty set that came with a Kind Words lip liner in Admired, which was exclusive to this set. This is a really pretty deeper shade. I don't really have anything quite like that. And then the tinted lip oil in the color Delight. This year, Selena released a set with this lip stain and a new limited full-size blush in her like Murders in the Building, whatever show that she's in, and it was so gorgeous. And I didn't get the set because I already had this, and now I'm like, oh, I wish I had, because it's not available anymore. I think both of these products are good, not great. I think that the Roman glossy stains are the same as the Rare Beauty ones, and those are a lot cheaper, so go for that. But glossy stains are just not my thing. They were popular, and I want to love them, and I have some from different brands, but it's not my thing. But if you like them, this is a good one. And the lip liner, I think, is a nice gel lip liner. Nothing super special though. I mean, I really like this shade, and I think this is unique to my collection. But I think that this formula is super similar to the Sephora Rouge gel lip liner. So go for the Sephora lip liners instead and the Roman glossy tints instead. But these are good. I also got a Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss in the shade Velvet. This is one of my top 3 gloss formulas, one of the only sticky formulas that I like because it is nice and thick, and it really does help to fill in the lines. This is a beautiful mauve shade, and a couple holidays ago this was part of a mini set, and I swear that the mini looked a little bit deeper than this one, a little bit different, but this is still a really beautiful shade, and I have gotten a backup in PR since then. It's just so exciting and amazing to get PR from Lawless. I hope that continues next year, but I really do love this color, love these glosses, would definitely recommend. Next, I bought this lip gloss set from In Beauty Project. These would be their lip glazes, and there were 2 new shades in this set. Vanilla Mint, which just has some actually like minty green shimmer in here, and Cinnamon Bun, which is a gorgeous nude. And then you also have Merlot and Candy Apple. And at the time, I did not think that you could get these shades individually at Sephora, and then I found out later that you could. I don't know if they were available at the time I bought the set. I don't know. I didn't see them advertised as individual, because if I could have gone back in time, I would have just gotten the Cinnamon Bun shade, just because this shade is stunning. The color I think I would use the most. I'm gonna pan this one next year as my you know, in the car lip gloss situation. These are very pretty, but the candy apple one is very sheer and is mostly like for the scent. This is a very nice thicker lip oil. It's not thin and slippery. It is really nice and glossy. I think these all have really lovely scents and tastes, but I definitely did not need all 4 of these. I wish I could have just gotten the cinnamon bun one, but let me swatch these. There's candy apple, like I said, super sheer. And we have vanilla mint, where the minty shimmer is very subtle, but I love the scent of that one. You guys know I'm a mint girl. Then we've got cinnamon bun, which is a beautiful sheer nude. Again, these are more sheer lippies. And then you have Merlot, which is going to be one of the more pigmented ones because it is a deeper shade, but very wearable. So I do think that this is a really nice formula if you like a bit more of a thicker consistency. I would say that these are not sticky. These don't feel like the Lawless glosses, but they are a little bit thicker compared to other lip oils. Then for my regular November haul, I had picked up several products on sale. As I do, you guys know I don't buy things full price. I got 3 singles from Half Magic, and while I'm pulling them out of the box, I will tell you I've hardly used them. I need to put these in different packaging because I hate this packaging. I understand it's supposed to be recyclable, but it breaks very easily. And this eyeshadow is called Wet Pebble, really like liquid metallic, but this one is coming out of the pan a little bit, but very unique. These pans are also very tiny, and I know that they do make a palette. I honestly do not think it's cute, so I wouldn't want to buy it. But you can see this one tore, so it's not closed at all. This one is called Lil Deranged, which is like a pewtery green. And that is also that same intense metallic. They do have some more like glittery shades. I don't have any of those. I just have the true metallic finish. And then this one is called Glamour Rust. So I think these are beautiful and pretty, and I do think that they're special, but considering I have barely reached for them, if I could have gone back in time, I would not have purchased them just because I didn't need them. But they are great, and I feel like I might want to actually pull these out and put them in my makeup basket for this month to see if I can get some use out of those. And then I did get these Flower Beauty palettes, and they were on sale, which I think that they're like really discounted right now, which is awesome. So the first one I got is Coastal Lights, and I am disappointed by this one because these 3 are more satiny shimmers, and these are that metallic formula we love. So if these would have been that true metallic formula, I would have liked this so much more. But I think these shades are really beautiful, but I would say pass on that one probably, unless you can get it for a really good price. And then the other one is Garden Lights, which does have 6 of that true intense metallic formula, and these are stunning. This is like the best metallic drugstore formula I've ever used. I really love Jungle Lights, and the Desert Lights, the neutral one, is my absolute favorite. So if you're wanting some good drugstore shimmers, I would recommend these, but keeping in mind that Coastal Lights has that row of like more subtle shimmers. I got these Milani Fruit Fetish lip oils, and these did not quite have as much tint as I was hoping, but there is a little bit. So this first shade I have is Honey Fig, which I like the nice warm color of, but the scent is not my most favorite. I'm not quite a figgy person, but it's fine. It's definitely something that I can get used to. And then we have a Lychee Nectar. I like the scent of this one more, and this is a really pretty rosy shade. And this is a thinner lip oil than the In Beauty, but it almost feels like a gel. It's not super slippery either. I think this is actually a really good formula. Just keep in mind that you're going to get a light opacity, but I do think this would look really pretty on its own, or if you don't have much makeup on, or if you layer this with a lip liner, I think that would be beautiful as well. So I have a ton of lippies. It's not my most reach for, but I enjoy them. But it's something that I can see myself wanting to pan, but probably not repurchase, just considering how much I have. Because I can't have enough lippies, I also got this Persona Day Mask Peptide Lip Balm in June, and I think this has a pomegranate scent, which I really don't like pomegranate. And this is what this looks like. Definitely more pigmented than I was expecting. And this is just like an okay formula to me. It does feel more like a mask. It is thicker, but I feel like maybe not as hydrating as I would want it to be. But this is something that I'm using like a tinted lippy, and I've said this so many times and yet I keep buying them. I need to just like I'm not a tinted balm girl like this in this type of format. I think this is good, not amazing, but I know other people really enjoy it. Then I was so excited to see that my Holy Grail Blemish Concealer was on sale. This usually goes on sale like 40% off around the holidays at Ulta, and I actually did already repurchase this, and then it went on sale half off at Sephora, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do all that just for a couple bucks. But this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. I have the shade 1 in Light Neutral. This is one of the most underrated products ever. This is very similar to the MAC, what was that Pro Long Wear Concealer that was in the pump? This formula is super similar. This gives great full coverage. It has more of a satin finish. I have used this in a different shade under my eyes, and I think that's beautiful, but you guys know I'm still like a #1 Tarte Shape Tape girl. But this is so good on blemishes because it does not look dry, but it really does like hold on and stay in place, where other formulas, I feel like as I'm slightly blending it out, it blends too much. And this is just amazing. I really, really love this for blemishes, but again, also great for the under eyes. Then I had a little bit of PR I wanted to update you on. First was a friend gift from my friend Lauren. This is a Say Do blush in Rosy, and I think that this is a really beautiful color, similar to Rare Beauty Bliss, except this formula is a little bit more sheer, easy to work with, and this is a nice dewy liquid blush. I have had other shades on my wish list, but I don't think I'm going to go for them. I think this is good. Doesn't blow me away, but if you were interested in this shade or this formula, I don't necessarily think you'd be disappointed. I feel like this showed up quite nicely on me, but I have heard some people say that they didn't feel like it was pigmented enough or layered up well or wore well on them, but I did not have that issue. And then for PR, got my first package a year ago from What's Up Beauty. I actually messaged them and they were like, sure, which is amazing. And that's made me kind of go out of my comfort zone and message brands more, because the worst that can happen is they say no or don't respond, which happens all the time. But Elena and What's Up Beauty have been so generous to me and sent me so many amazing products. And this Dragon Eye palette is one of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen. I love this color story here. I look at it like 2 6-pan palettes. And I feel like you have such great variety, but it's not too random, because for me, when I see things that are too random, I have no idea what to do. I loved all the looks I created. The metallics are so metallic. The mattes are very pigmented. They blend nicely. I have no negative things to say about this palette. It is super special. Highly recommend this, and I hope they come out with more palettes in the future. They just launched some powder bronzers and blushes I cannot wait to try out. I was lucky enough to receive them, and we'll be testing them soon. And then this was the first time I got some Buxom PR, which was really exciting. And now you guys know they're so generous and they've sent me so many things. So first was, I believe, this duo set with the Powerline Plumping Lip Liner in Dangerously Dolly, which is their cult classic mauve shade. Here's the thing I don't like about this formula. It breaks very easily, which is weird because this is like a thicker pencil. And I don't get why it breaks, because I would say it's pretty creamy. It's not super dry. You don't have to tug a ton, but it does break when I'm swatching it and on my lips, which is rather irritating. So if you're trying to pan these, might be a good option, because you're going to lose a little bit of product. But very creamy, and I love this triangular shape because it's easy to line your lips and help shade the corners as well. I do think that this is a nice formula, but the fact that it breaks really does get on my nerves. And then we have the Buxom Plum Shot Gloss in Dolly Babe. Again, their classic mauve, but this is a little bit of a warmer version of that mauve pink, which I really love. This is an amazing formula. All of Buxom's other lippies are cooling. This is a burning sensation, not as bad as Too Faced. I would say that this is comparable to the Grande Cosmetics lip plumper in the amount of burningness, but this has that serumy consistency, which I think helps it cool down and feel comfortable on the lips. But when I swatch these on my hand, my skin will be irritated. I will feel it on my lips, but again, it will calm down. And I love that serumy consistency, so good. I would love to have that serum consistency with a cooling sensation. That would be cool, but really love this. I think it's a gorgeous color and a really unique formula. And then they sent me a bigger set that had a full-size plump shot in Get Naked, which is a tan nude color, which is very lovely. Again, I just reviewed that formula. This is really nice. I don't love the shade range for these. I would love to see expansions there because it's a great formula. And then there were 5 mini glosses. I have 2. I passed on the other ones. White Russian Sparkle, Dolly, Gabby maybe. And then I have a red that's called Debbie. I couldn't find it for this video. It's probably in my chopping block area. And then we have Ryan, which is a beautiful pink coral that I might want to try to pan this one next year. I was going to try to pan it this year, but I ended up just picking something else. But this is gorgeous and actually has a good amount of color for being a lip polish. Usually the polishes are more shimmery than pigmented, but there are some shades that are more pigmented and still have that shimmer. So I love that color. And again, Buxom glosses are in my top 3 as well. It is a little bit of a thicker, stickier formula, but not too bad. And I just love that cooling sensation on the lips. I love how much shine they give. They have so many really fun shades, so love them. And those are my thoughts on all the things that I brought into my collection a year ago. I would love to hear your thoughts if you've tried out any of these products. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.